Good afternoon, Karen Scholl, Operations Section Chief with the Alaska Incident Management Team, here with your afternoon update on October 5th. So far today, we've had a little bit of clearing and a little bit of an easterly wind component, not strong, maybe 5 to 8 out of the east, and that's cleared the skies a bit over the fire. So we'll start up in the northwest part of our zone, the northeast zone. Fire is still backing against terrain and fuel's driven, and we've got crews up along our holding line. We're staying with the fire and keeping it within our control and check line objectives. So that's going really well. Along the 36, we have crews and PG&E as well as Caltrans in working on hazard tree removal, trying to make it safe for not only firefighters but eventually public to be able to access the road. That's a long project. It's going to take another 5 to 10 days likely to get that project complete. And then south of the highway, where the fire is held up on the check road, that's all looking real good right now. They were able to bring fire down in real small increments down the dozer line that comes in to the 36 and hold the fire there. So that's looking good today. Very few holding concerns, and this may actually be able to hold as our containment line. And that would be a good stroke. We wouldn't have to back it all the way in through the blue fire. As we move along the fire's edge, today we were able to get a crew and a couple engines in over the slop over that we experienced 2 days ago. So they're working their way down the northern flank of the slop over. And because of the clear air, we were able to fly aircraft. So we had 7 helicopters up pretty much all day, still up now, dumping water, trying to keep this cool to enable the firefighters and the dozers to come down in this area. It's pretty critical that they have that support real close into them. There's still a lot of unburned fuels in there. So right now, the top of the ridge where it hits the road, the slop over, really high intensity. Fire up there, but as the fire went over and down into the creek, it became much more low intensity on the ground, which means there is still potential for a reburn. And so that's why we want to only commit our crews in there when we have support from the air to keep it cool, so it doesn't run up through the canopy and then give them problems. So that's going on. That's a really good piece of luck today with the skies clearing and having air support. Up in Wildwood, Platina, Begum, Harrison, Gulch areas, we have crews and personnel in there assessing and determining what's needed for structure protection in case the fire wants to continue to move. So that's pretty much a quick summary of today's activities. We're looking tonight, we'll have crews likely in this area. And they were poking around last night. That's what we call it when they go for a walk to see if they can do anything. They were poking around in there, seeing what they could do. So likely to pick up behind the day crews to do some work. Crews will continue to patrol and monitor the fires along the 36 corridor and along the 14 road. So they'll be in there tonight as well as in and around just along monitoring the roads. Kind of what's coming up for the week as far as weather is we're expecting a little bit of a weather change come Friday, Saturday. We'll have better humidity recoveries, which helps eliminate the fine fuels from the fire triangle. So when the fine fuels get more wet, moisture on them, it's hard for them to burn. So then the burning period becomes shorter. And so that's really good news. And then, an outside chance of perhaps some rain this coming weekend. Probably not enough to be a season-ending event or to really put this to sleep, but it'll be enough to enable firefighters to get in close and do close work on the fire's edge and really try and button this up. So that's what we have for tonight's update. Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow.